Elaine, tell me the story. So what happened on Saturday night?
Oh my God. I was at a friend's party. Renee Morris was here on the North Shore in Vancouver, and I had asked my friend Jackie Black, who runs the Indigenous Music Awards, to send me a message to text me when the winner was announced for Indigenous Music category of the year, and she's messaged me, Buffy won. I said, oh, cool. And then she goes, she dedicated it to you. I went, what? Surreal. I was like pinching myself. It's like, no way. And then next thing you know, I get the little video sent to me from Janet Rogers, wonderful Janet Rogers. And she goes, oh my God, she's giving it to you. And I said, what? And then my little cell phone was just like, it wouldn't stop. It was buzzing, because it went out obviously on Facebook. So yeah, it was overwhelming and lovely, and just, I cried, of course, by myself. In the other room, while everyone was in the other rooms having a lovely party, listening to my partner reporter, and oh yeah, it was surreal. 25 years ago, I was involved with the Junos. Actually, before then, I was a judge. And when you're a judge of the Junos, you can't tell anyone you're a judge. And so the year after that, I was invited by Anne McKeegan from CBC to be part of what was then called, I think we were called Global Category. And I said, our music doesn't fit here, it doesn't fit there, it doesn't fit anywhere in any of these categories. And Daisy Fall, who was the CEO of the CARIS, which is Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences at the time, she was sitting beside me in this particular meeting, and she could sense my frustration. And she goes, well, why don't you, she just kind of leans over to me and says, well, why don't you start a category? And I just burst out laughing, because I thought, oh yeah, right, start a category at the Junos, I just laughed. And she goes, talk to me after the meeting. And then so after the meeting, she explained to me what it took, to document the number of recordings before and after, like how many you needed, at least 15 categories before that year and 15 after. And I was able to document 25 in the previous year and 40 in the coming year. And this is back in the day of fax machines. So my little fax machine on the res was just a pump, and I got all this info. So it wasn't until like 3 days before we were doing our presentation to the CARIS board that I get a phone call out of the blue from Buffy Sainte-Marie, and pick up my phone, and she goes, this is Buffy, and I went, yeah, right. I screamed, did my fangirl scream, and talked about the category, and she invited Goose and I to her hotel that night and said, let's see how we can best do this. And I'm like, oh my God, I like floored, right? And so showed her what we had documented, all the papers, and Shingus had written a beautiful speech and everything. She goes, let's talk strategy. And I went, strategy or not, you're the first person to walk in that door of the CARIS board. To me, that was all the strategy we needed. It was like, Buffy, boom, I'm just a mere underling walking behind her and stuff. But yeah, that's how it happened.
Wow, that's incredible. Do you think that since that this category was launched, it's kind of opened the door for Indigenous performers to break through the mainstream?
Oh, definitely. And it's wonderful to see the crossover that's happening too with a lot of our artists, like William Prince to win last year. I think it was folk. I believe it was Roots category, one of those two. And Tanya Tagaq as well, and Tribe Called Red. Like people are doing the crossover thing. So I'm not saying that the Indigenous category is any less than, but it's just wonderful that there's a launch pad for our artists. Just get your foot in the door, keep recording, keep singing, and, send in your music. And, what the Juno category did too was it launched all these other music awards. Like there was before there used to be the former Canadian Aboriginal Music Awards, now the Indigenous Music Awards, the Native American Music Awards. It's just given our artists so much profile, much needed profile. music was always my love, and I got into radio, then I produced some television, so it's a bit of a snowball effect, I guess.
And now what do you do currently?
Oh, I manage Murray Porter, Juno winner, 2012. He's the love of my life partner. And yeah, so I've also emerged as a lyricist, and which is so new to me. I had no idea I could write words, and then he brings them to life, and he puts music to them. So on his Juno winning album, I have 2.5 songwriting credits, and we co-wrote the song about the Canadian government apology to the Indigenous residential school survivors, of which I'm an intergenerational survivor. My late mom, Rita, went to residential school from 6 to 16. So I know those stories, and I knew it. So the day of the apology was such an impact on my heart and my life. And then a week later, I remember waking up, me and Murray, and I said, someone needs to write a song about what just happened to our people. And we just kind of looked at each other and went, hello, we should write this song. So we wrote the song "Is Sorry Enough" that day, and after a box and a half at Kleenex, he was able to sing the song. And we were able, after that, share it with so many people in our community. We licensed the song far and wide for it to be heard. It was used as part of educational videos for social workers and educators here in BC, and then our own community. Student filmmakers wanted to use the song, so we just said, yeah, go ahead. So, yeah, it's been a wonderful journey, and now Murray Porter has his new CD coming up. And again, I wrote some more words, of everything I've ever written, I feel most proud of the water, and I'm looking forward to having people listen to that. But we love this. It's our award-winning showcase, and this is Murray's Juno when he won in 2012 for Aboriginal Album of the Year. And I told him that when Buffy's Juno was sent to me, it's going to have to move over here. Then mine's going here, but we're discussing that right now. So yeah, he'll get used to that.